You are now listening to the Adult Conversation with Candy, Sunshine, Just Drew, and Unrestricted D. So put the kiddies to bed, grab your partners for some adult talk and play.
Hey, hey,
Yo!
hey, 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 hey.
Hey. What's up, y'all? Listen, welcome to Adult Conversation. It's been, 3 months?
11 weeks.
It's been 11 motherfucking weeks. We've been off air due to Corona, but I want to welcome y'all. I want to welcome you back. I want to say thank you for tuning the fuck in. You dig? Hey, Sunshine!
Hi, Drew.
So I'm Just Drew.
I'm Sunshine Aces.
And Candy is not here tonight, but I want to send a special
Happy anniversary.
shout out, happy anniversary. Did I say anniversary?
Happy anniversary.
God damn. Let me tell you something. It's hot as balls out there. It's hot as balls in here. I'm just fucked all up. You dig?
Sweaty balls?
Man, yeah, my balls sweating now.
My vagina's a
I
little
want to
sweaty.
get naked, but they said we can't be naked like in the studio.
Yeah, you can't be naked in this.
But happy anniversary to Candy and
Unrestricted.
Unrestricted D. You know what I mean? Y'all rock. I hope y'all having a marvelous motherfucking time. You dig? And we'll see Candy not next week, but
The week after.
next.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Just a quick update. As you know, so the studio opened back up. We're grateful for that. This a phase 1 opening?
Yes, it's phase 1.
Yeah, this is a phase 1 opening where they sent us a like 3 pages of motherfucking rules of some shit you can't do and some other shit, but we'll be on air every other week until
Further notice.
until phase 2 kick in, and then we'll be on air every other week until probably phase 3 kick in.
Yeah. So you want to tell them about Adult Conversation?
Yeah, so Adult Conversation is an online radio show where we get together right now every other week, and we talk about a whole heap of shit like fucking. We talk about fucking. We talk about sucking. We talk about fucking.
Licking.
We talk about licking. We going
Relationships.
relationships, but we're gonna talk about eating ass too, because there's a lot of you ass eaters out there. Mental health, which I was listening to a previous show. Y'all motherfuckers said it's always a mental health show when I'm on deck.
Pretty much, yeah.
Uh,
We talk about a lot of shit. A lot of relationship shit, a lot of life shit.
Yeah, this anything, man, that's relevant. We talk about relevant shit. God damn, it's hot as fuck.
It is a little warm. So
Damn.
I mean, the studio been closed, so the
Man,
AC
fuck
not
this
on.
mask, man. I'm sick of this shit. Been wearing a mask for 11 motherfucking weeks. I'm tired, y'all. All right. So did I tell him about?
That was good.
That was good.
Yeah, not as good as when Candy does it though.
I know, cause that's her shit.
Right.
That's her job to do. I fuck it up.
So we're not even sticking with the normal agenda as we normally would, since Candy didn't make it back for our first show back on air. So me and Drew gonna hold it down, but we're just gonna we're gonna catch up. We're gonna talk about catching up and pandemic life tonight. That's our topic.
Yeah.
So.
And feel free to call in and tell us what this motherfucking quarantine and pandemic life has been like for you. You know what I mean? You can let us know. You can dial in at 301-232-5700. That's 301-232-5700.
Yeah, this is a live interactive show, so you can give us a call if you want to jump on the bandwagon about what we're talking about. So I figured we'd start like the old school way. We can't catch up on the weekends since we need to catch up for the last 11 weeks. But since we're going to talk about the pandemic, Drew is going to share some definitions with us.
Some definitions. I got it. All right. So, you know they always give me the motherfucking, they always give me the Urban Dictionary. That's like a setup shit, because they say I'm so damn hood. You dig? But the Urban Dictionary, and we talking about pandemic life. Pandemic, a worldwide outbreak of a disease.
And which dictionary is this from? The Urban.
Oh, that's from the Urban
Okay.
Dictionary.
I forgot that part.
Because I'm the hoodologist.
Right, true shit.
We know. I ain't forgot.
Okay.
I ain't forgot.
I might be a little rusty, sorry.
Number 2, pandemic. Brand. Actually, this should be wild. Brand name for the heroin, that fire shit that'll get you fucked up on the wire, not to be confused with WMD, Bin Laden, or icicles.
Yeah, I don't even. Okay.
I don't know what none of that shit is.
That's the urban definition.
Yeah,
Number
it
2.
said right here. Heroin, heroin, the fire shit that'll get you fucked up. Well, you might have a better definition. So, Sunshine, you give us a definition.
Candy would normally give us this definition, and I'd say which I agree with, but the Webster defined a pandemic as occurring over a wide geographic area and affecting an exceptionally high proportion of the population. So, I mean, there's been all kind of pandemic talk and shit. That's why I picked pandemic.
Yeah.
Because that's what's all that's been going on. So everything with catching up has to do with
Well,
the pandemic to me.
the previous 9 weeks, all that's been talked about is pandemic,
Right.
Rona. The previous 2 weeks,
I can't call it Rona. I'm against the word.
Rona, man.
I mean, first of all, giving something a nickname is a term of endearment. And COVID-19 ain't been
Shit, I appreciate this shit. Yeah, man.
Oh, shit. This nigga here.
Get quarantined, but I'm still trying to get my dick sucked. I ain't got
Ain't nobody sucking dick during the pandemic.
Shit,
the dick sucking is off.
Look, listen.
If one thing is ended, it's sucking dick.
Listen. I
Might
read
be
it.
COVID
I
dick.
read it. COVID, Rona. That shit ain't in the nut.
I
It
can't
ain't
give
in the
it
nut. So
Rona.
you can suck dick. and
And you
can-
read
and
this
you can
where?
eat- I read it. CDC website.
Shit. You know what?
The CDC.
Please know that Adult Conversation does not agree nor encourage the words that Just Drew is speaking right now.
Man,
Because
listen.
if somebody's seen that, if anybody's seen on CDC's website, it says that COVID's not in the nuts. Is that what you said?
It ain't in the semen.
Please, send me that paragraph because
it
I'd
ain't
like
in
to
the
see
nut.
that shit.
Hey,
'Cause
listen.
that's some bullshit.
Whoever
right
know what I'm
there.
talking about, call
That's
in.
some bullshit.
301
It's hot. I gotta
232
take my mask
5700.
off. I could wear my mask as like a little cute
tiara?
nurse's outfit too. Yeah.
A little
Be a
tiara.
naughty nurse. Yeah. Has multiple uses.
Lord,
I
have
could wear it
mercy.
as a bra for one breast. Yeah, I could do all kinds of things with this.
No.
Thank you, April.
Yeah, but it was so we had, a lot of people don't know where I stand with it. We're going
No, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I know we are. But the last time we was here, the last time we was at the show, right? Was like it
I
had
can
hit,
tell you. Oh, I thought
it
you
had
wanted
hit.
to date.
I fucking date. I remember. It had hit, and that's really what everybody was talking about, that this shit is on the way here. And la la la. And I was like, man, fuck that shit. Fake news. But you remember I probably ain't say fake news.
So
but-
do you? So you don't believe that we're in that the countries and the world is suffering in a pandemic?
No.
So what do you believe this is?
I think that the coronavirus, let me say this, I definitely believe it's real. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do I buy into the fact that this shit should be a pandemic that shuts down the world? No. And I have my reasons for my stance, because you know for yourself, like me, I ain't gonna just read a Facebook meme and then just call that gospel.
Mm-hmm.
You did what I'm saying? I'm gonna go look for the information and I'm gonna do the research, right? And my mind, and if you know, like we talked a few times, and you know, I was never worried about the shit. I was never worried. I was like, man, fuck that shit.
That's
But-
an allergy cough. I still got fucking allergies. That ain't going nowhere.
You got that wrong.
And it's hot as. Don't play with me. Don't even say no shit like that. That shit's not funny. Cause I already had that shit anyway. You was with me when I got it.
Nah.
Getting off
so-
that goddamn cruise ship last November.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And then I had the shit, man.
Sick as a
I
dog.
was fucked up in December, like right before Christmas.
Now, see, that's what I don't believe. I don't believe that when we started hearing about it, it just got here. I think it was already out. It just reached another level. And then it reached the level where it was going to take epic proportions and have to be talked about more and more and more. But I think
Well-
that shit was around last year.
Well, I'll say this right here.
They just didn't have a name for it at the time.
Well, they documented. There's documentation of COVID cases when they went back and retested the culture because they didn't know what the fuck it was. But there's documented COVID cases in France and Europe that I know as far back as September
of 2019.
Of 2019, when they went back and they re-examined and retested the cultures from the patients who they just couldn't figure out. Actually, what they was doing was this right here. People was coming in with coronavirus, but you know the symptoms mimic flu virus.
Because it's an upper respiratory infection.
And they were just telling people, oh, you got an upper respiratory infection, and they was giving them antibiotics and telling them, man, go at home and wait it out, right?
But that's the same. I mean, unless you have a severe case, since there's levels to this shit. I mean, some people get it and have to be hospitalized, and some people don't. So it's levels to the shit.
Yeah, it's definitely
how your body reacts to, age, all that shit takes into
right.
account.
I'm saying I definitely agree.
So no, I
with
agree.
You.
That's why I think that last year, people already had it last year.
Yeah.
They just didn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't a name for the shit yet, or whatever they was gonna call the bullshit.
Now, why I believe that it should not be labeled like a global pandemic is because roughly only 4% of the people who get it will even exhibit any symptoms.
Right.
And
but then what about the population that's getting it and dying from it?
Roughly 4% of the people who get it, period. The total 4% of anybody of the people who contracts the corona.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna need you to call it the right thing.
Corona.
God damn.
4% of the people who contract it will show symptoms.
Right, but that's
and a
why
very
it's
small
about.
amount, and a very small amount will die. And the people that die don't take this shit personal, but the people that die from it were already fucked up. Like way fucked up.
Well, I would say they had underlying health conditions, but I think you mean the same thing.
They're fucked up.
But I agree with that. But see, the reason I do agree that it's a pandemic is because it's those of us that don't show symptoms that how you can affect so much more of the population. Still, less people would die if the people who will contract it and not die from it take precautions, like the stay-at-home order. I think the stay-at-home order was a good idea. I mean, and I'm speaking from somebody, I got my kids, I have my employees, my daughter's pregnant. They don't even know how that shit is affecting fetuses. So I just think that it's our duty to keep each other safe.
Right.
So, that's why I consider it a pandemic, because it's not like it's just hitting a small portion. It's fucking worldwide.
Right.
I mean, the fact that I can't go to Jamaica, like that's fucked up.
I feel you.
Yeah, or the whole international travel thing is done.
And I'm not afraid to voice my opinion.
No, you should fucking voice your opinion.
And in my opinion, because it wasn't a lot of information about it, what drove it to pandemic level.
Right.
Because when you look at it, when you're talking about a 4% mortality rate, right? 4%. We had Ebola. Ebola was roughly like a 76% mortality rate. It was one other viral outbreak that killed like 80 some percent of the people who got it, right? And then you had stuff like MERS. MERS mortality rate, I want to say, was somewhere, if I remember correctly, was somewhere between 30 and 40%, right? So you definitely had outbreaks of viruses that were far more deadly than corona. You understand what I'm saying? And they didn't shut the world down.
Yeah, I get that, but I think too this is my first pandemic that I feel has affected my life, my day-to-day life, with shit shutting down from a business and personal aspect. But it's like the thing about it being it can live on surfaces, I think that's what kind of fucked me up.
CDC just came back and said, man, it's highly unlikely. They said that.
But highly unlikely is not the same as it's not possible. If they say the only way you can catch it is, through close contact, I'm okay with that. But highly unlikely is not the same. It's not the same to me. I already got OCD. I don't like touching shit. I don't like touching doors and bathrooms and shit like that anyway. So I'm already a wash my hands person. But then on top of that, you telling me I get a package from outside, that shit might have the virus living on it. Like that's kind of scary. Every disease that we try to prevent is preventable for the most part if you take the precautions. But with this, there's like you can't take precautions.
Yes, you can.
How do you
yes,
figure
you
that?
can. And by doing your normal due diligence on washing your hands.
And I have a good normal due diligence, but it's a lot of dirty motherfuckers that don't.
So watch this piece right here. Since the outbreak, I've been on a cleanup team, and every day I go into buildings and sanitize buildings every day. And one of the buildings that I was in, 26 people went out since this started. 26 people went out and were put on quarantine, right? I have a team of 7 people. It's 7 of us that go in every day, right? Not one of my people been sick. Not one.
But you all go in with PPE, right?
We go in with we go in with PPE. We do.
You ain't cleaning that shit with your bare hands, I know. I couldn't imagine that.
We go in with PPE. But when you talk, I'm just saying, it's people in the buildings. It's people in the buildings. You understand what I'm saying? So if I ain't up in your face and you spitting and you got it, cool. The CDC done already came back and said it's highly unlikely to catch it from a surface.
I need them to say it's not.
It's
you
not.
can't catch
But
it.
but watch this.
Highly unlikely is not enough for me to feel safe about the surface thing.
It's highly unlikely.
Because the last, I stopped fucking with the CDC. I was going to the website, not for my personal life, but for my guys at work. I was checking things for them, especially because I had to worry about Maryland, I got to worry about DC. You got to worry about our general area because of how we move. But I never saw them retracting that you could not catch it on surfaces. If they're confirming that 100%, that's been tested and that's a real thing, then that would make me feel a lot better. Because you're not the first person that told me that, but when I checked the website, they hadn't retracted it.
Okay.
And that was probably a week ago.
Okay.
And I still say highly unlikely still doesn't mean you won't.
But
That's almost be like saying, okay, you can't catch AIDS from fucking, but you can catch it from giving head. So what, you gonna stop fucking and get more head? I mean, it's highly unlikely. That's not good enough.
Well, I'm gonna get some head though.
You know what?
And hope I don't get chlamydia or something.
Oh my gosh.
God damn it, they'll burn you.
So how do you think that? Okay, so how do you see like the mask, the social distancing, the wearing gloves, all the precautions that we're taking now? How long do you, in your opinion, see that lasting?
I mean, well, based on society's fear, this shit is the normal now. Based on society's fear, never mind the fact that this right here, people are starting to get sick from walking around with these masks on all day because you breathing right back in the shit that you're not supposed to. Like this, understand this. Anything that your body expels, right? Mm-hmm. That means it's not supposed to be in your body. That's why your body naturally expels it. But when you interfere with the process, right? When you interfere with the process, that's how you fuck yourself up. Like when people are constipated. The medical people tell you if you're constipated more than 2 days, seek medical. You know what I mean?
Because you got to release the waste from your body.
Because you got some shit in you that need to come out, and
right.
It's supposed to come out. So when you breathe out, when you breathe in the air, you breathe out a toxin. You breathe out the body's toxin. When you trap it in that mask, and you breathing it right back in. It's people and the illness that's associated with it. It damages the lining of the lungs. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So watch this. Since when has fresh air not been good for the body?
Right. But I mean, I agree with everything that you're saying, but you're also speaking from someone who wears a mask has, people that are on the front lines, because that's basically you are. So you're wearing your mask a lot of hours out of the day.
Right.
I mean, I wear my mask probably twice a week, and it's for short periods. I don't
Right.
wear it into the office because my office area, I'm in the cut, and I don't even allow anybody in the area anymore.
Right.
And then even if I go out to see my guys, since they have to wear their masks for most of the day to service customers, I don't wear my mask when I'm dealing with them, but I'm keeping the social distancing up. So
Right.
like we had a little meeting today, we're all spread out, like we're not up on each other. I tell them to use a mask because they're the ones coming in contact with multiple people every day, like you do. But even them, they're not wearing, like I don't wear the mask all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't. What I wish that it was different, and it's not, including my company. Like the little masks you got, I don't really think that protects you from shit. I just don't even. I don't understand why more people that are out on the front lines aren't provided with better masks, because they're giving them away now. Like
Yeah.
most places you go, they'll give. Like I think I heard on, who is it? I want to say Metro, but it might have been Metro. Somebody's literally, if you try to get on, like I think it is Metro, if you're getting on the train, you have to have on a mask. And then if you don't have on a mask, they'll provide you with a mask at no charge.
Right. But what I'm saying is this right here. Since as long as history been history, fresh air has always been good for you. You understand what I'm saying?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But now, COVID, the government want to tell me if you come outside, wear a mask. Let me tell you the dumbest shit that I be seeing. And I'm going to say this shit because I know it's some motherfuckers watching that do this shit. And you need to rethink this. You riding around in your own damn car with a fucking mask on. And ain't nobody in there with you. You scared you going to get corona to yourself?
I don't agree with that either. That does look.
Then watch-
I usually hope that they're on their way somewhere, like they're about to be there when I see it.
Then watch this.
Be like, why do you have a mask on? You're in
Watch
the car.
this. This some real shit. I was riding one day, and I seen a motherfucker sitting on their deck.
With a mask on?
On their motherfucking deck with a mask on.
I don't get that at all.
Who the fuck are you protecting?
I don't even get that. Well, I was going, Kay is on the live, and thank you. I appreciate you, honey. She says she's an ER nurse, which I knew that, and she's been working knee-deep in COVID for months. She said, I'm constantly reading literature and watching the trends on the type of COVID patients we get. And she says, months into this, no one knows anything still. So that's back to what we were saying about it's levels to this shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, I mean, everybody has a different perspective, which is cool, and we're all seeing different things. Because, like, what you're experiencing is not what I'm experiencing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Right.
out there a lot more.
Right.
I mean, literally, to make a decision, other than the grocery store and the post office once, I ain't been nowhere. I mean,
feel
I
you.
haven't. This is other than me driving to the office on Tuesday, to the office and home. That's my routine. Ain't no side stuff. And then it was to the point I wouldn't even go to the store. My regular shit, I've been sending other people to bring me shit.
Right.
Like the people that I trust, if they're coming down, I'm like, hey, can you go get me this? Can you bring me this? Because I don't wanna be. I have a thing about being in big stores.
Right.
But I've done good in the last 2 weeks with now that we're going into the different phases. Like I've been to Safeway, which before I was just going to a little country store in Charles County. Lowe's was my big deal though.
Yeah.
Because it's intimidating. Well, first of all, I'm a social person anyway. So to be unsocial has probably been one of the hardest parts of this.
Right.
Because I like to be around people. I like to be social. And just having to fucking sit in the house, which the whole Facebook Messenger thing, that shit get old real quick. I'm tired of that
Yeah,
shit.
and that Zoom shit. But
I don't fuck that Zoom shit. I don't fuck with Zoom.
And I'm gonna tell you this.
Zoom can kiss my
I think I did Zoom one time because I don't even understand this shit, and somebody literally was like inboxing me, telling me, man, nigga, this how you get on the motherfucking Zoom, man. Get your ass on here. And I talked a little shit. I was gonna show my ding-a-ling, but I didn't know if they was ready for
Well,
it.
I mean, no, the lifestyle community across the country has been huge with virtual lifestyle Zoom parties.
No, I understand.
And they charging for that shit just like you walking in the door to come into the space.
Right, I
know
understand.
Colette's been doing it. I haven't seen anything from Trap.
Oh, no,
I
Atlanta
think
opened back
TPA
up
had
last week.
one. So, I mean, they're still not doing. I was so confused with some of the promotion. I was like, wait, are they opening their doors? Because it sounded so real and it didn't say virtual. So I thought they was actually letting people back inside. So would you go to an event? Like I knew there was a pool party
Motherfucking
this
right.
weekend
Damn right I'll go.
at the private affair. Somebody asked me about it, but I couldn't make it anyway because I already had plans.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was like already thinking like, well, damn, am I gonna be in the pool with my mask on, naked? I'm gonna be naked in the pool with a mask on. That's gonna
Right.
be wild.
Right.
Shit.
So watch this. What's the young lady on your
Kay.
K,
Okay.
a nurse.
Mhm.
Did you hear what she said? One thing we know is that don't nobody know nothing.
That's true shit.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but now when it first hit, it's gonna wipe out, man, a big chunk of the population. Then when they looked at the numbers, right? They said, man, this shit ain't gonna kill but 4%, if that. And that means 96% of the population is cool. I remember I was watching, this totally unrelated, but I was watching the Michael Jordan documentary. So remember, I think it's like his second year when he got hurt and his knee was fucked up, his shit was all fucked up, and the doctors told him, say, man, Mike, we don't think you should go back out there and play because there's a 15% chance that you'll get hurt and it'll be a career ending. Or was it more than that? Was it 10%? Like 10, 15%, you're going to get hurt and it's going to be career ending, right? You know what Mike said? Mike said, so you mean to tell me that it's going to be an 85 or 90% chance that I ain't going to get hurt? Who in the fuck is so pessimistic that they ride with the percentage that's so fucking low? You have to be a pessimistic person, right? To even ride with that shit. And you know I'm a conspiracy theorist as well.
No, I agree.
Why the fuck is y'all trying to lock our ass in the house away from shit for so damn long?
Well, I mean, the media puts things out there with a negative spin anyway, and so many people, like you said, believe in everything that they hear. So if you're not doing your research, I do think a lot more could have been prevented, though, if people took more precautions. I mean, the hand washing thing, everybody like to say they do that shit all the time, but I know when I've been in public, and as much as I be in the public, I see many people do shit and not wash their hands. I mean, people still walk out the restroom without washing their hands. So everybody doesn't necessarily have those basic skill sets that you're expected to have when it comes to being a socially responsible person.
Right.
So, I mean, like, to me, I don't plan on ever shaking hands again. That shit dead in my book. What I'm shaking hands for?
You don't plan on shaking hands?
Somebody had, I think one of my nudist friends in Missouri with the ranch, he had posted, you know, why shake hands? You're giving people viruses. You know, just smack me on the ass. I thought that was pretty funny. And I'm like, there's other ways to greet. I said, we can greet like the football players do. So.
Well, I seen a meme early on. I thought this shit was so hilarious. I mean, it wasn't a meme. It was a video. When they say this the new handshake, they just walking up, grabbing people by the crotch. You know what I mean? So dudes was grabbing them by the pussy. The women were grabbing them by the wang. The wang.
That was interesting to
I
you?
walked around.
Yeah,
I walked
can see
around
this.
with my pelvis poked out. Like, man, who's gonna grab this dick?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well,
But-
back to the traveling piece. I think that's the hardest thing for me is not being able to travel. Like, I ain't been
You
in
can
Maryland I'm not comfortable with getting
You
on a
scared.
plane yet.
You scared? Just tell
First
the
of all,
truth.
I'm
The
not
people done scared you.
I'm not comfortable.
The people done scared you.
What people?
The people. We the people. In order to form a more perfect union. Them people.
I don't know what people you think influence the decisions that I make about my life. Because, of course, I'm making my decisions based on all the people who I know who actually have lost people during the pandemic.
Yeah.
As well as my family.
Right.
Like, my number one duty is to keep them safe.
Right.
So, if I'm not safe, how they going to be safe?
I mean, I feel you.
I'd like to see my granddaughter before she 5 and shit.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel
So
you. But
that's
people die every day, B.
My not from something like this.
People die every day, B. People die every day from everything. Over 18,000 people died from the regular flu in 2018. Did you know that?
I don't have the flu.
But I'm just saying, did you know that?
Yeah, I knew large numbers. I've
you
heard
get the flu shot?
I don't. I've never had a flu
See what I'm
shot in
talking
my
about?
life.
See what I'm talking about?
And I never will. And if they
Because-
come out with whatever this shit is they talking about to eradicate COVID, I'm not getting that either.
But I'm just saying.
If I'm
you
gonna
don't-
get that, I'm gonna have to be it's going to have to be something I'm forced to do.
But what I'm saying is, you're not worried about
my
the
decision.
flu. The flu killed people.
The decision that I'm, first of all, you're right, the flu kills people.
Right.
And it's still, again, people with underlying medical conditions. So my decisions are based on my morals of what I believe in. That's not has anything to do with what people said. I mean, I do know people are dying from COVID. Yeah. It's all over the fucking place.
I know people dying from the flu.
You can't get away from it. I don't know anybody that died from the flu.
I do. I know a motherfucker from my neighborhood.
I mean, it's fine to compare
it
to things of the past and even other types of diseases.
That's current.
But any way you look at it, it's still a disease that has to be recognized. Just like the bird flu.
I'm not saying
all the other shit that you can catch and die from. Just like fucking AIDS. We wear condoms not to catch AIDS.
Right.
So it's still a precaution. I don't see how taking precautions for COVID are any different. But I can't catch AIDS from breathing. I can catch COVID from fucking breathing the same.
And you can catch all that other shit.
The same air that somebody else has.
You can catch most of those other viruses.
I just don't look at it like that. I don't think it's not going around like this is going around right now. We can agree to disagree. But I'm not going to say, again, it's a moral thing. But again, because I already have OCD, like, I mean, I could give you I see people do shit all the time. I seen you do something today. I would never do what you did.
Yeah, well, I ate my motherfucking french
You ate, right. Like, I would never do that. Like, I literally.
I ain't scared. Man, fuck that. I ain't about trash
First of all, I'm offended that you take it as being scared. Because I'm not scared. First, I'm not a punk bitch. Right. What I am is cautious. Because if I was scared, I wouldn't be around nobody. I wouldn't even be sitting right here if I was scared.
Okay.
I wouldn't go to my office every Tuesday if I was scared.
Okay.
But what I do, just like being a swinger, I take fucking precautions.
Right.
So I'm going to take the precautions necessary to feel safe and make sure I'm protecting my family and keeping them safe.
Exactly.
That's my mindset. Fuck what the government said.
I feel you.
I mean, they're the one researching it. I don't have a little fucking bag of tricks where I'm researching the virus.
Watch this.
I got to listen. I got to read the relevant information and take from that shit what I believe and what I don't. That's what I do. Because some shit you read and be like, depends who fucking wrote it. Who's the source? So now I do tend to believe what the CDC puts out because obviously they're supposed to have all these fucking scientists that are researching this shit. But who the fuck knows? I don't know none of them scientists either. I know you, and I believe what you say you see is what's really fucking happening.
I know this right here. The first 500,000 test kits that came out of the CDC was tainted with COVID.
How you know that?
They even admitted that themselves. You can look it up.
No, I mean, I want to know how you know it. I want to know how you know it because you're announcing
because
it.
I looked it up.
Okay.
I looked it up, and they tried to hide it at first because when they first reported the shit. Right,
how could the test kits be tainted?
I'm gonna get ready to tell you.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
So, because this shit was new, how they had their lab set up, the same people who was developing the test kits were the same people who were researching the virus.
I got you.
They would leave from researching the virus, not change coats, not what they decontaminate, none of that. Go across the hall to where they developing the test kits. The first 500,000 test kits that came out were tainted.
That's fucked up. Well, I mean, even if you go back to when you said you're a conspiracy theorist, which I am too. I mean, I definitely believe a lot of this shit is for population control.
Yeah.
And the population is getting older too. I hate to say it. So I'm not all into the millennials and all that different shit, but you hear about that shit all the time. So I definitely think it's a way to get rid of some of the weaker population. And by weaker, that's not a strength thing. I mean weaker by it hurts most people that have underlying medical conditions. And then also you want to talk about the medical cost of care. So what a wild way to fucking wipe out sick people, to have something going across the fucking world that is going to wipe you out if you already have underlying medical conditions. The healthcare industry is going to save billions and then they're going to make millions fucking with this. Because now we need all kinds of new research. Stay with me. It's just us tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm saying so you get to see you get to see your feed. I don't get to see it.
Oh, I'm
what
sorry.
I'm
Yeah, I
checking the
I
feed.
really don't read the feed though. I just happen to see. I know she's a nurse, and when I saw ER, that's the only reason that I read it.
Right.
But I mean, of course, it just like everything we talk about, everything is a matter of perspective and how it affects you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I worry with my daughter pregnant. I worry about that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And then my granddaughter's so young. So that shit definitely affects my spirits. But I remain hopeful.
I'm gonna tell you what was funny.
People keep saying, how are you doing? I'm making the best. I said, I'm fucking great. I'm always great. I woke up every fucking day. I wake up every day. I'm still working. I'm still doing the shit I would normally do other than travel.
Right. When was the last time you traveled?
January.
Mid-January, right?
Yeah, that was the last time when I did Atlanta, and I did. I did Atlanta. I did Atlanta, and I did Miami. That was the last time.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking about going up to Jersey in like about 2 weeks. So, but that's
Okay.
a road trip.
So-
oh no, the last time I actually traveled was a road trip we did when we went up to Delaware.
True.
That was the last out of the state of Maryland, aside from the DMV area.
Right, and we had to hurry up and go because they were talking about shutting everything
They're talking
down.
about shutting shit down
So we
now.
said, let's go have a ball before they shut this shit down.
Yeah.
And we went and had a motherfucking ball.
Yeah, I mean, even like I said, the hardest thing with me has been the social part, because being social is what I do. You know, throwing the events, having the private parties, that's what we do.
Right.
And it's, of course, this shit done negatively affected that whole aspect of life.
And I'm gonna tell you some funny shit. And this is a fact. This is not something that I think. This is a fact. Because I know the motherfuckers who brother it happened to. So, a friend of mine's brother, he was already sick. Right? He passed. They didn't do any testing or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they tried to put on his death certificate as a cause of death?
What?
COVID. He seen it. He say, "What the fuck you mean COVID? Who tested him? Who tested him for it? Well, from the symptoms. Nah, ain't no from the symptoms. Who the fuck tested him? Furthermore, when have you ever when people die from complications of HIV, they don't put HIV on. They don't put AIDS on their death certificate.
What do they put?
If they die from pneumonia, they put pneumonia. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
If they die from influenza, they put influenza. They don't put.
So you're talking about the actual cause of the death, not what caused that particular
right
issue.
What they're putting on people's shit is complications from COVID-19.
That's wild.
And you know where they get the death numbers from?
Where?
Death certificates.
Who are they? I'm sorry. I just
Who
want to
are
make
they?
sure I understand what
The
you're
World
saying.
Health Organization,
Okay.
the CDC, the only place they can get their numbers from is death certificates.
Right.
So when they say X amount of people died from this right here, they got the information off of death. Because you got to submit, your death certificate has to be recorded just like a birth certificate, right? And all that shit goes into a database. And so what's happening is the World Health Organization, they pull the numbers. They pull the numbers daily. Every day they go in the database and they find out, they pull up deaths from COVID, right? And when you put that on, they tried to put that on my friend's brother's death certificate, and nobody tested him for nothing. They hadn't did an autopsy or none of that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that they fudging nothing. I'm not saying they fudging the numbers. I'm not saying they playing with the numbers. The only thing I'm saying is he did not let them pull that bullshit on them. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So it's a lot of shit. And like I said off top, I definitely believe COVID is real. But I definitely also believe that there's something else driving the establishment or the world governments to instill the amount of fear that they are instilling in people for a disease, right? That will take out tops 4% of the people that get it, and that's only based on the numbers up until now. You understand what I'm saying? So if they tried that with my friend's brother, who else they tried it with and got away with?
What is the point of them fudging the numbers?
Fear. It's a money game now.
Why? Because the state is going to get more funding depending on how many deaths are reported?
Well, it's a fact that resources go to the squeaky door. That's a fact, right? And New York got a whole heap of motherfucking money because their numbers was here, right? They were saying, now check this shit out. This is the funny shit right here. About a month and a half ago, they were showing on the news where people were dying in New York. They wasn't taking them to the morgue or none of that. They were storing them in the motherfucking refrigerated trucks.
Yeah, I saw
right?
that.
So check this out. And they were saying they died from COVID. Who did the examinations? Nobody. Who did the motherfucking examinations? It was people that died in their homes. They brought them in, put them straight in the truck. They don't know what the fuck them people died from. In all this time, right, you would think that nobody died from natural causes.
Well, I mean, the guy who sings, I can't even think of his name right this minute, who sings Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. When he died, I found out, I couldn't believe the news hadn't reported it yet. I found out before the news had even reported it because they were so busy fucking reporting about the pandemic. And then all the people that did die from other things, people that are dying, you're rarely hearing about it. Well, I mean, that shit's been changing over the last course of the weeks because now everything is Black Lives Matter. So it was almost like when that shit hit, the pandemic stopped. You know what I'm saying? Because in the reports. So a lot of people
Ain't
are
that
believing
funny?
what social media, what?
Ain't that funny?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to have you put on your mind what they want on your mind. And then, of course, you got everybody out in the streets protesting, so
Right.
some with no mask on. So I wonder what type of population that's doing to control.
Mike Quinn, you can call in.
Thank you, Bill Withers. I appreciate that, y'all.
301-232.
He was just giving me the name of who died.
I know.
Bill
No,
Withers.
you got to read up.
Oh.
He said he wanted to join the live, but he can call in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he can call in.
301-232-5700.
So how did you feel about, I don't want to get into the Black Lives Matter thing because that's a whole nother show, but how did you feel about so many people being out protesting and not taking any safety precautions?
Happy.
But why did that make you happy?
It made me happy because fuck conforming. They want you to conform. The system wants you to conform. They want you to conform at every motherfucking turn. It's too late for me. I done already started conforming. I got a job. I got an apartment and shit. You did what I'm saying? I got shit I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my job. So I care too much. That's why I love them youngins. The youngins, man, let me tell you something. Them youngins are not motherfucking conforming. Fuck you and what you talking about. I ain't got no money. I need to eat.
See, but I feel like I knew that would be your reaction, but I still think that's a matter of perspective and how you see life in general, because they cannot conform all they want, but the people out with no mask on, they the same motherfuckers that's gonna be making other people and their families sick. So that's not a good way of taking care of your own. If you out doing shit with the pandemic going on, if you want to protest, you can protest whatever the fuck you want, but you still should be protesting safely.
Okay.
What did you guys thought about earlier on in the whole pandemic situation of the whole bunch of house parties that were still happening?
Good. Throw them motherfucking party.
Of course, Drew's gonna have that perspective.
I figured.
I think that, I mean, for me, first of all, I love Drew to death, but I think his perspective on some shit is a bit reckless, and I tend to take the more non-reckless approach. Once the shit got bad, I stopped throwing parties. Like, I'm screening. I mean, I'm making a joke that I'm taking temperatures at the door anally. But, yeah, just because then I got less people asking to come over if I'm taking your temperature anally, too. But I still think it's our duty when you're holding social gatherings to keep everybody safe. Pre-pandemic, you have to sign a waiver when you come into my house, right? And the waiver is to keep everybody safe, including myself, and the do's and the don'ts, which, of course, there's a lot of don'ts, just dumb shit, like no judging, not being reckless, shit like that. But I just think it's our responsibility, especially people our age, to keep everybody safe. including each other. I mean, every time I go to the office when I leave, that's the first thing I say. Is when you're at work, make decisions because you need to protect each other, you need to protect us, and you need to protect your families. So I don't see how that can't be a concern.
Okay. So watch this.
I'm listening.
Some of them same
No, I'm
motherfuckers.
taking your temperature anally. Get used to it.
Hold on.
He like, please get that forehead
So some of them same motherfuckers that you talk that some of the same people that's out here. Oh, and I, don't take this personal because I'm not talking about you. Oh, we have to stay safe. We have to social distance and we have to do this and we have to do that. Will be the same motherfucker go to the club, get drunk as fuck and hop behind the wheel and drive.
True.
Now how fucking safe is that?
But again, that you can't compare driving after you've been drinking to catching a disease. I can't compare that to a disease. It's a different thing.
Watch
I don't
this.
want to get into the statistics about drunk driving because
But I'm saying it's
drinking and
relevant.
driving is still one of those things.
But it's relevant.
It's not relevant.
It's not?
No, it's not.
We talking
Drinking and driving is
taking
not a
precautions,
disease.
right? We talking about doing the right thing. We talking about protecting each other, right?
If the fucking way to not catch COVID is the social distancing and not be around large groups of people, I'm fucking okay with that. That's the
Okay.
bottom line.
All
If
right.
that's what makes me feel comfortable, that's just what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But if other motherfuckers wanna go out there, like the friends that I know that was at that big ass thing they had in Southeast, that's fine too. Do fucking you. Enjoy your life. Don't fucking come to my house. That's what I'm saying. Which I
that's
made it
fine.
clear. If you doing shit that you're not being fucking safe, just stay the fuck away from me. You can do whatever the fuck. Everybody can do what the fuck they want. I don't care what
Exactly.
people do.
Exactly.
I do what makes me feel safe.
But what-
And like throwing lifestyle parties. Like this weekend, because I said I'm having a fucking tent, a bonfire tent gathering with a few fucking people, guest list only, and then, and all of a sudden, oh, invite this person, fuck no, I'm not inviting all these fucking people. I said a small gathering. I never once said I was throwing a fucking party. Never once. It's not even a party, it's a gathering. That's a few fucking people. And then even then, of course, I'm asking my well, what do you do for a living? Because I need to make sure everybody's fucking safe. It just matters to me. But you don't have to care. I don't care if anybody else cares. And I think we all should do what makes us feel safe.
So I'm gonna tell you what's funny.
And I want you to answer your question though, because you asked us, but you didn't even answer it. You said, what did we think about when early on people still throwing these big ass house parties?
I thought they were reckless.
Yo, you think it's reckless behavior?
I just felt like to them, they felt like, oh, it ain't me. Sadly, it's black folks, and got to the point where it's like, okay, they were, at first, they felt like they were still thinking like before Idris Elba said that he got it, and thought this, hey, our skin color, we're protected, we're good. all that
Yeah.
Stuff. But even after the fact that they were told anyone can get it, and they're still having these parties, and there was a time where it was like first there was one that was filmed, and then they stopped it and shut it down, and then 2 weeks, about a week and a half later, they had another one pretty much near the same area. So to me, it's like it is reckless behavior, and sadly again it's young folk. Sadly, I understand at the time it was like a good 6 weeks in, and you're frustrated. You want to go out, you want to party, you want to have some fun, and all that stuff. But then again, you get to the point where, look, you still got to be cautious. There's something out there that is going to kill you, and you don't know who has it.
Right.
Like kind of like AIDS, when AIDS came about and it said you don't know who's who, but you're still going around fucking raw for some dumb reason.
Right.
So
And I can't condone reckless behavior. I get your point of saying if you've been drinking and you leave a club and you're drinking and driving. I can't in my mind, I can't compare that to like AIDS or COVID or the bird flu, any of that other type of shit. I can't make that type of comparison.
Right, because when you leave the club and you drive drunk, you make a conscious decision to do that.
You do make a conscious decision to do that.
If I catch COVID, right, then that wasn't a conscious decision. Catching COVID wasn't a conscious decision.
Right.
So, but I'm saying we're gonna leave that. You said something that I ain't like, and when you said, unfortunately, it's black people. No, sir. The first motherfucking party that got shut down was the white guy that was, where was it at? Was it out in Waldorf? Out in Waldorf, had a bonfire. had a bonfire going and had 70 motherfuckers at his bonfire when they came and they locked his ass up. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing that I had to keep explaining. Just like, because our Play Nice social party was, well, we already rescheduled it from April. We rescheduled it to June 13th. So I still had people hitting the invite saying they coming. So two weeks ago, I'm like, let me hurry up and get on this motherfucker, because there's about 75 people signed up. That shit's postponed again. It's postponed until August. And again, I'm telling everybody, especially those that already bought a ticket, that is a tentative date. I have not given not one date. And for those of you asking me, what is the rest of my plans for this summer? I don't fucking know. I don't even know my plans for tomorrow. Other than the one trip that I couldn't get my money back for, that's the only trip still on my calendar.
Now watch
and that's
this.
because I can't get a refund
watch
right
this
now.
piece right here. We all been seeing the protests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who mostly been there? Who are mostly the participants at these protests?
It's a lot of white people. It's a lot of white people.
It's more white people than us. You understand what I'm talking about?
But it's from some of the people.
So we can't pigeonhole. We can't like you said. We can't do that, because it's more of them at these Black Lives Matter rallies than it is of us.
I think that a lot of black people do think they're invincible, and I felt like that's more where he was going with it. Like, that can't happen to me. A lot of them have that can't happen to me mentality, whereas a lot of the white people think they're privileged. So it's like a thin line between those two types of things that people think about. But
you want to know where I'm at with it?
Where?
You only live once.
You know, you right, and I live my best life, and I'm still living my best life.
That's where I'm at with it.
But I'm still gonna live my best. If you don't have a life to live, then you ain't doing shit.
Hey,
I mean, if you don't take
about
precautions to live it, then
I don't know about it.
You know, I want to see.
I don't know
I want
about
to
the
see.
shit. Once I'm dead, I'm dead. I don't know about it. You know what I'm talking about? Once I'm dead, I'm dead. But a lot of these situations,
You can't possibly live with the mentality of once you dead, you dead.
I do what I want to do.
Because you take precautions you still take
I do,
precautions.
but I wear a condom. I do.
So you can't say that.
I wear a condom.
Once you dead, you dead.
But once you only got one life to live.
You do only have one life to live, but that you can't live it to your fullest if you fucked up all the time. If you're not taking precautions on living safe, I mean, we all do. It's like that double-edged sword. There's shit we do for us that we shouldn't do, but you can offset that shit with shit that you should do for yourself. Like the shit I do. I like to drink. I still smoke cigarettes, but I fucking work out every day and I eat healthy. So at least I try to maintain a balance in my life. I ain't gonna give up everything.
And
I want to fucking
good.
live life too.
Balance
but you
is
still
good.
have to have a balance of what's safe and what the fuck is not safe.
Right.
What's not safe to me is going to a fucking party with 70 people.
You.
Now, if I have 10 people over, I feel fucking safe.
Because you can't get corona if you got less than 10 people.
That's not true. Is that what you trying to be funny?
Then how you gonna screen the people?
There's still more of a chance.
But you have no way.
First of all, I'm not putting my business with what I do privately on social media. You already know that.
Right.
We can talk about that offline. But I have what I need to do in place. Believe me, I got that.
Right.
So
I mean, I feel
I don't want to. What other people do, I don't give a fuck. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Remember early in the show, I told you I go into buildings every day to go clean, right? Before you go into any government building, now you got to get your temperature. You got temperature in. So, everybody got them little temperature guns,
Scanners.
right? The little temperature scanners. You know the funny thing about them? 2 days ago, my whole team temperature was 112.
Well, it sounds like that's the problem of a defective scanner.
Exactly.
I mean, I took my own temperature today because we forgot to do the temperature checks weren't done today. I'm only there one day, so the only day I can do mine is today, and mine was 96.
Yeah.
So I know my temperature.
But remember,
Now,
112.
with the people come over, we're doing temperatures annually because I think that's more accurate.
Man, you see, that's why I ain't coming. So look, check it out.
Since he want to talk shit, right? He want me to put all my my business out into the universe.
I didn't say put your business out. I put my business out.
I still feel safer around a small group of people
Right.
than I would in a crowd of 100 people.
I'm not disputing that.
I'm
not disputing that.
It's the levels of what makes you feel safe.
Exactly. I'm not disputing that. But just like I said, oh, we banning gatherings of 10 or more people. Why? Does Corona hit? Corona going
That's to
walk
stop.
on past?
That's to stop the spread. That's only because by limiting the number of people allowed to gather, that's still limiting the amount of exposure. Because if you have 10 people in a gathering, and then those 10 people go home to 3 more people, and then you start adding those numbers up, versus you got 100 people going home to 3 people, that's a big fucking difference. It's still taking a precaution. You just want to put fucking bullet holes and dart holes in any way anybody thinks that you think has to do with conformity. I don't see that shit as conformity.
Hold on.
I see that shit as safety.
Hold up. Did you miss it when I said it's too late for me? I done already conform. Did you miss that part?
Living life, working is not fucking conforming.
No,
we
I'm
do
just
that,
saying.
and that's a part of
I'm
survival.
conforming. Listen, I ain't been to their rally.
That's the fucking hierarchy of life.
I ain't been in their motherfucking rally. I ain't been in their protest. Everybody who know me know I ain't going to no protests and I ain't going to no rallies. Right? You know why? Because I don't want to get swept up with the bullshit. I'm a conformist. I talk that renegade shit, but I take my ass to
Give me a
work.
fucking break.
I take my ass to work. I pay my motherfucking bills. You dig?
What the
mind
fuck
my
do that have
motherfucking
to do
business.
with conforming?
It's
That's got to do
conforming.
with fucking survival.
You know who the
That's
truth-
not
you know-
even the same thing, Drew.
But it
You
isn't survival.
fucking work to survive.
Now,
because you
I
need
work-
money
I
for
work to
fucking
get
shelter.
stressed the fuck out.
Bullshit. You fucking work
I got
to
more
make an
stress now.
income
I got
for
more-
survival of life. Basic life necessities.
I got
food,
more-
clothing, shelter. Give me a fucking break. That shit ain't got shit to do with conforming. Conforming is when you don't break laws. How many fucking times do you make an illegal U-turn in a day? You ain't fucking conforming then. Conforming to committing crime. Right or wrong? Don't you make illegal U-turns? Shit, I seen you drive in the city before. You don't run no stop signs. Do you do roll through stop signs? That's not conforming.
I stop.
this nigga
I
here.
stop and count to 2.
Yeah, okay.
All you need is a 2-second stop. That's not a rolling stop.
Oh, so you conform to traffic safety,
All
but
that.
you don't conform to life safety.
I do.
You just said you don't.
I do. I said I've been working in this shit, man, since this shit started, and I ain't been sick. Nobody on my team been sick.
Because you already had
So
the shit. We already talked about that.
Clearly, I've been conforming.
I'm
Or
not.
unless I'm asymptomatic.
I'm not. I can't. So let's moving on. What have you done? Because I'm about to knock him upside his head
I
with
mean,
something.
you mad at me?
Why
you mad at me?
I'm not mad. I just want, you can't say working is fucking conforming.
But it
We
is.
work for survival. It's not conforming.
Go ask the
You
mother-
don't gotta work, Nick. Quit.
Watch it. Go
Quit
ask,
your fucking job.
I'm a conformist. Go ask the
You know what?
motherfucker
I
living
swear,
under the bridge.
Give me something to throw. Somebody give me something to throw. Shit.
No, I'm serious.
Because we social
Go
distancing,
ask the
so I got to
motherfucker
throw it
living
far.
under the bridge and
I
watch
wish I
what he
had
tell
a
you.
football. I bust him
If
right
you
upside
take
his
your
fucking
ass
head
to
with it.
motherfucking work and you paying taxes, motherfucker, you conforming to them and you a part of the problem. That's what he gonna tell you.
Oh, fuck that
This
shit.
motherfucker don't
Who
have a
the fuck
care in the
gonna
world.
listen to a motherfucker living under the bridge? Huh?
Sometimes
It's fucking hot
then the
as it
motherfuckers
is.
we should listen to.
Well, you go ahead. But I don't want to listen to none of the ones like when I'm on the corner of New York Avenue and I got to be a bitch because I don't want to give him no money.
I ain't
If
talking
the
about that.
niggas, he should be conforming and not fucking with me.
Chances
since
are
I'm
them
conforming.
motherfuckers live in the shelter.
Shit.
Chances
Anywho,
are they live in the shelter.
Moving on at the 6 o'clock almost mark. So what have you done differently? Like how you getting your hair cut and shit like that? You doing shit yourself? What you doing? What you doing? What you
Same
up to? What you up to?
motherfucker been cutting my hair, still cutting my hair.
Oh, okay. So you ain't been conforming.
I've been getting a haircut.
I mean, yeah, ain't conforming. Barbershop's closed.
They ain't stopping me from getting no haircut.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I ain't
So
stopping
is
me.
it anything else that you've had to do? Has anything other than social gatherings that you've had to switch up because you couldn't do it because of the pandemic? Anything that you miss?
Fuck it parties.
How many parties have you been to since the pandemic hit?
None, because I found out about. Oh, no, I did. I went to one. I did. But it wasn't a party. It was a small gathering. So we were safe.
Okay.
And I
don't know if you're referring to the one I wasn't invited to, so.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I
don't
know
know.
the
That's the
one
only
I
one I
know
went
of
to.
that you were at. I wasn't on
But
the
no,
guest. I
no,
wasn't
no.
invited.
No,
so.
hold on.
I didn't have the option
I done
to
been-
agree or deny.
I have been to several things, and if it was small shit, you dig, small shit, and I wouldn't have gave a fuck if it was big shit, but it was small shit, and we had a good goddamn time. And at the end, when we did the group hug, everybody said fuck Corona.
Y'all did group fucking or group hug?
Group hug, man. It wasn't no man. Cut it. Your price is way too high. You need to cut it.
Well, I've done a whole bunch of shit different, unfortunately, since the pandemic hit. I got a list somewhere if I can find it.
Zoom.
So, no, fuck Zoom. I don't like Zoom. I had to do Zoom once for work, twice for work, and I ain't like that shit. I really don't like that shit. So I learned how to braid my own hair. This is compliments of me. It's not that neat. I did it like 2 weeks ago. So I'm braiding my own hair, saving a ton of money, okay? So when travel resumes, I'm be like, zzz, I'm be on everybody's plane.
When we going?
Everywhere.
When?
I'm doing my own nails. I cut them all down. Only problem is this shit don't be adhering a lot because I have my hands in a lot of water, and the fucking shit pop right off. That shit be blowing me. So I'm doing my own nails, and this is shellac. So I'm doing my own nails, my own hair, saving all that bread. I cook the best motherfucking meals. They be so good. And I realize all my food has been excellent because I cook it myself because I can't go to the restaurants. So I'm saving a ton of money on not being able to eat out. Even though I don't want the restaurants to close down, so I do like to support, and I like being out and being social and going to bars and shit like that. But fuck that. I'm saving a ton of fucking money. You're not saying, see, you still getting your haircuts, you still paying for a haircut. See, that whole expense for me is gone. Which I am going back to the salon to get my hair done because sometimes this shit
Because
takes too long.
you see it, Trump? Hey, damn! I keep wanting to call you Trump, but you see it? You see it over there?
See what?
That expense coming back. She said she's going back to the salon. There it is over there.
No,
That expense.
I am. Only because I can do it, but it's too much work. And like when the hair gets tangled, I have a hard time separating that shit.
Now
I
I
be
tell you what I do
stressed.
cut myself.
And I don't like hair all over me.
I tell you what I do cut myself.
You cut your pubes?
Yeah,
Nasty
I cut my own
fucker.
pubes. I'm gonna get a wax.
I can get that taken care of.
No,
for
no,
you.
no, no, no.
You want to be?
no.
Did you see the barber who cut little faces and shit, and you got a little mustache?
I ain't
down
doing
there?
all that.
It's in one
Wax
in DC.
this motherfucker.
If you get it waxed, can I go on video alive?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I want video of your
Oh, no,
face.
no. Oh, I meant to tell you this shit too. So the
You know,
last
can you let
time.
me finish my shit?
Hold on, this shit is relevant too. Cause I ain't know they do this kind of shit. So the last time I hopped on your live and pulled my dick out behind the sofa. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that I ended up locked up for 60 days? But not the whole Facebook lockup. They boxed my ass out off of lives. And cause normally I ain't going live no way.
So you saying you got in jail from my live?
I got in jail from your live because they got facial recognition and they knew who the fuck I was.
Ain't that a bitch? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And they blocked me from going live for 60 days.
I have still yet to be in jail. I knocked on something. I have still yet on either one of my pages. And now 2 of my other shows, my Sex Talk with Sunshine, I had to take down. Because one, I'm talking and you got the whole porn video going in the background.
Yeah.
And while I'm talking, so it was to the point where people was like, watch it tonight because she taking that shit down by morning. And then we was getting a little freaky in the basement, and I had to take that one down too. And I was like, damn,
I
shoot.
wasn't there.
I think my titty popped out. So yeah, I've been trying to be. I've been careful. But see, I'm nice. I'm nice to Facebook. I love you, Facebook. Thank you. So, how to stay off social media when I'm bored. So I don't want to be on social media that much. And I see that every motherfucker is on social media. It's so many people going live. It's so many people out there talking, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a
so
lot.
I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I mean, I might pop on one every once in a while, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I don't get on social media. And the last one is this fucking game I am totally addicted to. I'm playing Little Flowers with this little white lady named Lily. It's a black lady on the game too, though. She the lady that comes in, and not only am I addicted, and I'm on like level 256, and I got my sister addicted. So it's very stressful. Would you like to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take
I'm
a
about to
quick
die.
break. You need air?
Woo!
We're gonna
Niggas
take an air
balls in here.
break.
My whole look
Drew got sweaty balls, y'all.
from the window to the
the
wall.
walls.
While the sweat drop down my balls.
Oh,
All
these
you female scrawl. All ski motherfucker. They probably box us out for saying that shit. Woo, shit. Hey, man, cut this shit. Take us a break. Let's go. Holla. See, we be back.
At the rate that we're going, it's gonna hurt in the morning. But the that can do my body like you do. How much can we take? About time we hydrate. Tell me what's the safe word, babe. Let me know when you wanna quit. We got bragging rights, sundown to daylight. A quickie in the afternoon, yeah, just for the hell of it. At the rate that we're going, it's gonna hurt in the morning. But the fun of it ain't the only benefit. I'm out of breath, out of my head. We push and pull to the limit. You do a body good. The way we stretch, you make me sweat. There ain't no better feeling. You do a body good. Ooh, yeah. Ain't nobody that can do my body like you do. Ain't nobody that can do my body like you do. At the rate that we're going, it's gonna hurt in the morning. But the fun of it ain't the only benefit. I'm out of breath, out of my head. Push and pull to the limit. You do a body good. The way we stretch, you make me sweat. There ain't no better feeling. You do a body good. Ooh, ain't nobody that can do my body like you do. Ain't nobody that can do my body like you do. Like you do. You do a body good. Yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah, baby. You do a body good.
Let us know when we back. Hey, welcome to Fuck Back Adult Conversation. Man, if y'all missed the first hour, you missed some shit, man. We was in this motherfucker getting it. You hear me? I'm talking about getting it. But Sunshine, before we went to break, you got something you want to say?
I was just gonna say, yeah, I don't pay Drew ass no mind. That's my baby, and you know, I don't. We can agree to disagree, and I cuss Drew ass out in a minute. And I said this before. I don't know how many people was listening when I said it. Drew is the only man that can yell at me and shit, and I don't let him yell at me that much. But he is the only man that can yell at me and put me in my place when I need it. So
I don't do that shit often.
that's like my brother from another mother.
I let people live.
But when he needs to be told about his shit, I'm also the person that can do that too.
All right, so listen. Let me clarify some shit. What did I say when I got something? Oh, the conform piece. I definitely motherfucking conform. I am not in denial, and I'm not in, what's the shit, fantasy land or something? about whether or not I conform or not. I definitely conform. Why do I conform? Because I got shit to lose. You understand me? So
Or
therefore,
shit to gain.
and shit to gain. I got shit to lose and shit to gain.
I mean, you
Therefore,
conform to the ladies all the time to get some
that's
pussy, don't
right.
you?
No. I
That's
just
a
be me.
form of
I just be me.
conformity.
I done missed out on a whole lot of motherfucking pussy. Because I'm not willing to brown nose. Fuck that shit. But that's a whole nother motherfucking topic. Brown nosing. So, before we went to break, Sunshine gave y'all like a list of shit that she did that's
different.
That's different. So I'm gonna tell y'all a few things that's different for me. I don't spend as much money on frivolous shit as I used to, because it ain't a whole lot of frivolous shit I can go spend my money on. Right? That's A. B, there was a time when I had no concern in the stock market. That has changed, especially since I done made me a few dollars.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? Third, well, this has always been me. I've always been a person to do what I can to help others. Actually, that has, due to this pandemic and people being afraid, I'm gonna say afraid, I have increased my philanthropy. Like, I don't know if you can be philanthropist. Oh, what? No, that ain't a word. Hold on. It might be a word.
It can be your word. We make up words all the time.
That's right. And so I don't know if you can do philanthropy. Fuck.
But you can only use words that you can speak.
I know. I can't use. So listen. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You've been a
Trying to figure out the motherfucking word.
I can't even say that shit.
I've always been a giver and a helper, because I enjoy helping people, and especially those who want to help themselves. But it has kind of shifted on like, I'll help anybody that want to help themselves, but I see where my giving has kind of shifted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So you're giving less?
Well, I'm giving about the same. I'm just giving differently.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let me see. I don't spend as much time out in the street. Of course, because there ain't no motherfucking way to go. And my thinking has kind of shifted. I'm not as trusting about anything at this point anymore. So anything that happens now, and that some people might say that's a negative, some people might say that's a positive, but I definitely take closer looks at everything now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I think, and I've seen situations where people have used this pandemic, you did what I'm saying, for personal gain, and also working people, man. You know, this working people out there is shit. You know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like people getting worked out their shit, especially people that already don't have shit.
Right.
You know? So I don't know. But I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna keep on being me, you know, and I'm gonna keep on trying to have some motherfucking fun. And I appreciate it if I can get my dick sucked, because
Oh my gosh. I can't.
It's been a second. It's been a second since I had some motherfucking head that make me mad. Then it knocked that motherfucker in their head. Bitch, get the fuck up off me before I, you know what I mean?
Mm.
That almost take me out before I can get the pussy.
Mm.
I want that kind of head.
You don't watch? Are you watching my show Wednesday nights or no?
Yeah, I watch.
I'll mention it later.
I mean, I don't appreciate, man, watching the show and then I got to see a half naked ass nigga.
Them Team Sunshine boxes on point though.
Man, I ain't interested in that shit.
You not gonna wear a pair?
I'm not interested in seeing a nigga prance around in no Team Sunshine boxer shorts.
You not gonna buy a pair when they hit the market?
Yeah, I'm a buy a pair. I buy a pair right now. I pre-order. The fuck?
Yeah, I'm
That
taking
don't mean I wanna see-
pre-orders.
I'm gonna get me a dick extension, and then I'm gonna take cause you know I got a little penis, I got a small penis, so I'm gonna get me an extension, and I'm gonna do some boxer brief modeling for you, and just sling that motherfucker around to the side like it's going into my front pocket or something.
I can't. That's too much. Too much. Too much.
But yeah.
Well, I was gonna save this for even though I talked about when I talked about my things, it was more about things that I've been forced to learn how to do. But for the first couple of probably the last 2 months, it's been a lot of negativity. Of course, everything we're seeing on the media is negative. Like you said, people are worried and all the shit. People losing their jobs, not having money, can't get unemployment. It's just been fucked up for a whole lot of people. So in order to, I can't dwell in the negative, and I've never been that type. I got to do the shiny shit. So I got to keep hope and think about the positive shit in my life. So I was going to do this for Sunshine Certification, but we're going to be wrapping up a couple minutes early because we're going to get the studio time to clean for the next show. So I'll go over now, and maybe some more things will come to mind because I'm sure you got more than what you gave. So I came up with the good things that I've learned during the pandemic. The other list was the money that I've saved. So I've learned to sneak around my own house, which has been kind of wild, but I've tried to be mindful because me and my daughter are working from home, and she's made her office upstairs and mine is downstairs. So we're mindful of if the other person is sleeping, like who got an early morning, who got a late morning. Like working from home, luckily I don't have little kids. I don't know how people do it with the little kids, so I've learned to sneak around my own house. I've learned how to make sure my granddaughter recognizes me and I can make her smile on FaceTime because her face lights up every time she gets to see me. So since I can't physically be around her as much as I'd like to, that's a good thing that she still knows who I am. How to reach out to my friends I miss because I'm not a caller person. I'm not a reacher-outer. I'm more of a responder. But when I don't hear from somebody in a while, like even you, I'll call you and be like, what the fuck's going on? I ain't heard from you. But I know you out working every day, where mine's a little more relaxed because I'm home. How to trust liars less. I learned that because I have more time to analyze the shit that's said to me. So usually I be moving real fast and somebody say some shit and at the time it makes sense. But now it's like I've always been able to pick up on when someone was lying to me, and now I can really pick up on it because I'm more tuned into conversations that I'm having with people. How to believe in my team more, how to relax more, which is a big one because we were doing 3-4 events in a weekend. Like we was moving so motherfucking fast. I ain't know what country I was waking up in or what state or some shit like that. So the stay-at-home order has definitely helped me to learn how to relax more. How to understand who and what matters in my life, which again is back to the time that we waste on people, because I tend to think I give too many opportunities and I waste a lot of time on people and still end up disappointed. So and hand in hand with that was how to be disappointed and get over it. Because now if somebody disappoints me, I just get over that shit real quick. Because I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit. Let me go on the deck and sunbathe. Because I've been loving naked on my deck since the weather's changed. That's why I'm tan, because I've been naked on the deck a couple weekends in a row. How to be precise in my decisions and actions. Because with so much time on your hands and changing like entire life routines between traveling, days I go to work, I'm very precise on what I'm doing. Like, I don't have to think about that shit very long. I make a decision. This is what I'm doing. I act on it, and I can move on to the next thing. I'm almost done. How to appreciate all my past experiences since the travel stopped and to build new ones at home. And how to love more, just going along with the liar thing. I gotta do better at loving people more. How to care less. And how to promote when I can't get out and around the public. Because that's one reason, like I've been trying to do Sex Talk with Sunshine for over a year now. And it was like, fuck it, I got the time, so it's now or never. I'll just make the best of it, so. I'm proud of the good things that have come, and definitely how to be naked in my yard. That's been one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that's one of the best.
That is fucking fun. Like, fuck what you heard. And because I got this tanning package and the tanning salon is closed, yeah, I've been naked in the yard.
Yeah.
Teddy's just swinging. I'm like, hey. Yeah, I be out there with my MGD chillaxing.
Yeah, I mean, so like, shit that's been funny, man. Like with these protests, I like them old intellectual ass motherfucking discussions and shit. You know what I mean? Because I got views, and I be And I'll say some shit sometimes just to invoke a motherfucker, because I want to see what you really think and shit, right? But I really believe that this right here, those protests caught like wildfires.
Across the
right?
country.
Not across the world. They protesting in Australia.
That's what's
They
up.
protesting in Australia. They protesting in England, and then the shit ain't just happening here, right? So we was talking, say, man, well, what the fuck make now? What the fuck make George? Wasn't that his name, George? What the fuck make Floyd more? What the fuck? How did that spark this shit and it take hold like it did? People got time.
True shit.
People got time. This whole motherfucking world been shut down. Motherfuckers been in. People been looking for a viable excuse to say, fuck you, we going the fuck out there.
But it's also going along with the things I said, the good things to me that I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
The stay at home bullshit and your life changing like this gives you a new perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So you have more time to think.
Yeah.
So of course it's already fucked up, and then something extra fucked up happens.
Yeah.
Well, why not act on it now? Again, I don't have a problem with people protesting.
Yeah.
I would just like to see people wearing masks when they're out. That's all I'm saying. Don't take away don't let be blinded by what's going on and make yourself unsafe. That's all I'm saying. I'm all for the protesting. Motherfuckers can protest whatever they want. Shit. I don't care. I mean, I got some shit. I could start a couple protests. My goddamn self.
I ain't protesting the motherfucker.
I protest some shit. I don't care.
I protest with my money. I protest with my money.
Should you want to start a whole protest to try to get the minimum wage increased again? I'll work with that. Shit.
But it's
I'm
already,
wearing my mask
it's going
though.
up. It's going up.
Yeah, I'm all for that. You
And-
want to protest unemployment for fucking around with these people income that can't get their unemployment shit to go through? You want to talk about that?
What you mean? What the fuck? It got to be money there.
I'm just saying,
That
people
just
can't even get their
don't
money and
mysteriously-
shit.
Man, listen. Doing this shit here, check this
Print
out.
Print some fucking money. Print it.
All right.
Did you see Money Heist?
All right. Now,
I binge watched that shit. Print some.
Now, I love that shit. And you talking, but you understand economics.
Of course I do.
It ain't as easy as just print it.
I understand.
You understand what I'm
My
saying?
point is there should be the processes that I'm talking about DC specifically because, of course, of where I'm at in DC.
Right.
DC specifically, I mean, they've come a long way, so I'm not knocking anything that's been done because I like seeing the news announcements and keeping everybody up to date and shit like that. But then the programs that are having a lot of problems, like it just needs to be more resources and making those work correctly. Because you shouldn't. I've logged onto the unemployment website myself because employees that I had to lay off due to COVID, they were having problems, and I'm trying to help them with their problems. The website was fucked up. Now this was probably March, but this shit was fucked up. And I ain't been back on it since. Hopefully they've worked all that out. But then I just had somebody who visited me from Maryland not too long ago was trying to get their unemployment right. That shit fucked up. She's placed many calls to unemployment, and they're fucking with her money. Like, pay people. They ought to work, pay them.
So here's the thing, and you're right, pay people. But here's the thing. When you have a system that's set up for 10 things to happen, right? 10 things to happen simultaneously. But it gets flooded with 1,000 things that happens in a space that only 10 things are supposed to happen. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It takes time to sort out. I'm not saying that it's right, but it takes time to sort out. Now, number two is this right here. Even people who ain't worked nowhere now gets unemployment.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand that, but if that's what happens.
Well, yeah. What they call is
Economic relief?
Yes, economic relief.
Mm-hmm.
Now you talking about DC. DC spent how much money in 2 months? Do anybody know?
I don't know. I didn't keep up with the number. I mean, because again, my looking at DC is from a business perspective. It's not from a personal perspective.
Right. No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about from a business perspective. So, if you spend all the money, where you gonna get more money from?
Right. But I mean, originally DC wasn't funded the same amounts of money as other localities.
True.
So I mean, I did actually vote for that change. Because as a business owner in D.C., I voted for that change, whatever panel they had. I be getting too many emails about that shit from D.C. chambers and DSLBD, all that shit. I get all that shit. But D.C. wasn't originally getting the same amount as the states, but that's changed.
Shit, the DC got originally $700 million.
Mm-hmm. So you saying it wasn't spent well?
No, it was spent it was spent wonderfully.
Okay.
People. She shut the city down. All non-essential, right? All non-essential government. Stay home. You work from home. You're gonna be paid, right? Mm-hmm. She gave what economic relief that they could to small businesses.
I was a recipient,
right? So I mean, what the fuck more can you do? You can't do everything. Can't do everything.
I ain't knocking DC. We on the same page, but I think she's done a great job.
Like the thing is this right here. And when I had my, we discussed these things. Somewhere, all this shit got to be paid for. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Somewhere, all this shit got to be paid for. All the money that you just gave people, you did what I'm saying, that ain't worked in a pie factory in years. That's getting unemployment because they get the unemployment. They get part DC money, and the feds threw some money in unemployment pot, and so I think they get $600 extra, right? And now on the backside they're saying, "Damn, man, we might have fucked up," because these motherfuckers is making more on unemployment than they was making going to work, and a lot of people now saying, "Man, fuck going back to work. I ain't going back to work to January when this shit run out."
I mean, that's definitely happening. But I mean, who's gonna pay for it is the same motherfuckers that always pay for it. The middle class people. The taxpayers. The middle class. The taxpayers. We're gonna pay for it. Like I was having a conversation, and this is right in line with what you're saying, with a younger person, much younger, about the looting. And like I didn't agree with the looting, which it was a lot of, and from what I know specific black businesses in DC that were affected by the looting. And that's not what you're supposed to be protesting for. Like looting, I mean, if you're hurting black people by looting, that's not helping anybody. So somebody said to me that they understand, they don't want to affect the small business, but if it's like a Target or a Walmart, they can afford it. And I'm like, first of all, they're not affording it. As a consumer, you will pay for that shit. Because now the prices of everything when we go in the fucking store are going to go up. Big corporations aren't going to take those kind of losses either. And then they're not even thinking, like, I got the thing in from about one of the parking garages, just filed Chapter 11. And, like, that's a piece you don't even think about. But who's fucking parking in the city? Ain't nobody going nowhere. Mm-hmm. So the levels that it affects and then the decisions that we make as people in the community and how you negatively impact the community based on your decisions, that shit is a whole circle. So inevitably, whoever you are, if you're a taxpayer and a consumer, whatever fucked up things happen, we're all indirectly gonna pay for that bullshit one way or another. And we do now. Right. I mean, I'm heavily taxed.
Right, as am I. First of all, the parking garage, once they shut the shit down, they fucked anyway. Mm-hmm. They fucked. You know what I mean? Because you done told all the motherfuckers who utilize your business, don't bring your ass here. So ain't nobody parking no motherfucker. Right. So they was gonna be fucked up anyway from Jump Street.
I just think that was probably a shocker to me because I wasn't thinking. And then when I have meetings in DC, where the fuck am I gonna park? Ain't no fucking parking garages because they all went under and shit.
Well, I'm kind of mad about phase one as well because I've been getting around this motherfucking city like that until these motherfuckers had to come back to work.
Can you tell me why the fuck? Okay, we haven't been to the studio since 3/17. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's 3/17. Yeah, our last show was show 127. Why dating is hard over 30. That was your show.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And then literally, I certified advice on ways to relax during the pandemic. That's what the fuck I talked about. Well, that shit's dead. Because, we had to come up with whole new ways. I didn't think the shit was going to be like this. Right. But why the fuck they ain't fixed Kenilworth Avenue? I thought my tire was going to pop off my car. They not even working on coming down Greenbelt Road. I mean, Kenilworth Avenue to get Greenbelt.
Yeah, Maryland.
What the fuck?
I don't know. You got to ask.
And why the grass so high in
Hogan.
the media?
They love Hogan.
Who the fuck cut the grass? The grass taller than me in the meter. You can't even see the cars on the other
You
side.
gotta ask Hogan.
I said, what
Larry
the fuck?
Hogan.
Because they've been working on 95 now a year.
Wait, you talking about 295?
95 going, coming from my way to 50. They got the construction in the middle.
That's 295.
That's not 295.
You said 95?
Yeah, I don't take two. No, yeah, I take.
Oh no, you
95.
take 495.
I'm sorry.
The Beltway.
I'm corrected. 495.
Yeah.
495 en route to 50. They
Right.
doing all that construction every day. They're out there.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are these plates still on Kenilworth Avenue?
Because
that shit is like it's like you on a roller coaster shit. That shit, ain't nobody out there working. Do you think you could throw two of them since they not working on the job site? I could use two of those orange things because I want to block off my driveway. Can you give me throw me two in the back of your truck?
Hell no, that's stealing.
Huh? They didn't say that.
Ask Governor
I
Hogan.
didn't say it.
I mean, I've been watching Facebook. They love Hogan. They said, man, Hogan for president.
It should have been wild.
So look, I definitely understand the frustration behind it all because I'm frustrated when I get my motherfucking truck now and drive now. I got to deal with this fucking traffic and appreciate it if y'all motherfuckers just keep on working from home and stay the fuck out of my way.
True shit.
You know what I mean?
The ride here is big. It'd be
Motherfuckers
like
just in the way.
usually it'd be like an hour and 10 minutes. That should be like 39 minutes from my
You
house
know
to
what I mean?
DC. I'd be like, yeah.
But like,
How about the driving though? Why the fuck is 495 the racetrack now? What the fuck? I be like, what the fuck? Shut up, put my car in rocket mode, bitch, be gone. But they still be passing me. I be doing like 90. They be fucking must be doing 105.
did you really just say you be doing like
Nah,
that?
I be talking about when I dream.
Oh, when you dream.
Yeah,
Okay.
me and my dream car.
That's right. Clear it
Yeah.
up. Clear it up. But I'm just
Hold on,
saying.
who watching me? Ain't that many motherfuckers? Shit, what y'all gonna come arrest me? Arrest me? Shit, cuff me this way.
So to get back, see, I understand something.
What do you understand?
I understand something about
Stop
people.
playing with your COVID mask.
No, I have to. But I understand something about people. Most people operate from a self-centered perspective.
True shit.
Right?
Selfish
Selfish and self-centered.
versus selfless.
Right. So like everybody, I see a lot of shit talking about, man, keep this shit locked down, wah, 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 wah. But again, this shit gonna have to be paid for. And your shit. Next you're gonna be mad when your fucking taxes go up, when your state taxes go up,
Oh, all that shit going up.
when your DC taxes go up,
Federal.
when
All
your
that
federal taxes go up. Because the first stimulus was what, $3 trillion? $3 trillion?
shit. Can we not talk about the stimulus? Because I'm a little better.
I'm just saying. So this money that got to be paid for. You hear me?
What I don't understand is why with the stimulus there was a cutoff. Because for me, if you're doing something, if you're doing something to stimulate the economy, then I don't see why there's limits to the shit, is what I'm saying.
What do you mean cut off?
Like you don't, if you make over a certain amount of money, you don't get the shit. And my issue with that, of course, is that's still money that would have been used to support the local economy. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see why there were limits to it. I just feel like if you're giving taxpayers the stimulus, then give all taxpayers the stimulus. Because the amount of money you make, it's still, you have responsibilities based on that amount. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So just because you have a higher income doesn't mean you have extra fucking money. Your debt remains the same based on your income. You live a certain lifestyle based on how much money you make, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't see why, which I get the part that people that have kids got more because they got to feed the kids. But then you go in a fucking grocery store and 2 steaks cost fucking $35. What the fuck? I mean, bitch ain't getting no stimulus money, so I guess I can't eat steak no more.
Nah, you better catch the meat, man. The motherfuckers right. Oh, they killing the game right now. Shit, I bought 2 T-bones for motherfucking $40, man. I paid $20 a
That's
steak.
too much for a fucking steak, man.
I wanted a T-bone. And I put that motherfucker
Well, I hope
on
it
the
was
grill.
thick and juicy.
See, you playing games.
I'm not playing
You wanna
fucking games.
Stop fucking playing with
when
me.
I went to buy meat last week, I was talking to the guy in Safeway. I said, yeah, I started walking down there. He started serenading me. I felt better as soon as I hit the grocery store. He had his mask on. He was singing. I started dancing, going down the meat counter. And then I was like, what's up with these steak prices? Like, I'm not paying that shit for no beef. Shit, I can buy a cow for that. I can buy 2 cows and cut them up, chop them up. Right or wrong?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
You ain't know that?
You hear the producer? Producer said what?
So we got 10 minutes.
Oh, we got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes, y'all.
I mean, where the fuck he been? We literally said, in the beginning of the show was the first thing I said. I know, 10 minutes.
Well,
If you stop playing around on your fucking phone, maybe you could pay attention to the show. We ain't been on air in 11 weeks.
so you think...
What advice do you have for our listeners and watchers to get through the rest of this year with the bullshit that we've been enduring? All the shit, like all the bullshit, the big fireball of shit that's been thrown our way. What advice do you have?
Have sex.
So I did a post and said, I guess I'm going to get used to fucking with my face mask on. That was a popular post.
Yep, doggy style.
Doggy style. Well, I ain't doing doggy style.
Well,
I mean,
you gotta
I can't
do doggy
it
style. That's
depends
the
on
only
who
safe
it
corona
is.
position.
Huh?
You tripping. You gotta be, man, listen, that's social distancing. That's social distancing. And it's motherfucking wearing your face mask. All that shit. Doggy style.
Well, you know, lifestyle sex wouldn't be bad with the face mask on because you're not supposed to, you're not supposed to kiss anyway. So
Who said you ain't posted?
I'm not really into that.
Okay, then. Say
Yeah.
that's your thing.
First of all, I'm not saying it's my thing or anybody else's thing. I know people tend to say they don't kiss
some?
in lifestyle sex.
So?
I said people tend to say. I didn't say how many. I didn't
Okay.
give a statistic.
Well, not all of them.
I mean, obviously, you the motherfucker with all the numbers and the percentages and the percentiles. And
Not
the
on that. I didn't even
facts
see that
of
coming.
all
I
life.
just know the last time I didn't specify, right? I had to literally state, unless I specify, it is inferred that when I say people, I mean some.
Well, everybody
you never
is
did
not.
that.
Yes, I do that.
But you never
Because
did that. You didn't do that
nothing
right
is
now. You just
absolute.
said people.
First of all, nothing is fucking absolute. There's exceptions to every single rule. Everyone. Mr. Stimulus.
So you saying I got a stimulus check?
No, I'm saying no. I said you need some stimulus. Can't y'all tell that Drew ain't got his dick sucked as mean as he is to me tonight? That's how I'm feeling. I feel like
I don't know what you're talking
I'm
to them for.
taking the
Them
repercussions.
motherfuckers ain't gonna help me.
I'm
My
taking the
inbox ain't gonna pop.
repercussions of Drew not having head during the
Them
pandemic. And
motherfuckers
it's
ain't
shit
gonna
my
hop in
fault.
my inbox and offer no head. Them motherfuckers gonna keep it the fuck moving. They gonna laugh, ha ha ha, and keep it moving.
Well, I ain't got shit to do with that. So.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So we're gonna be wrapping up in a few minutes, but we ain't got a whole lot of announcements to make because there's not a whole bunch of shit going on openly anyway. But I did want to say I've ordered so much shit online, and I thank you Amazon, FedEx, UPS, and the United States Postal Service, my recycle people, and my friends that them stopped at stores and brought me shit. Cause I tell you, they be at my house every day. I put a note on the door and I said, thank you for bringing my packages. And then now once I put the note on the door, like sometimes the UPS man knock like the police, that shit scare me a little bit. But he put that shit on the stoop and knock on the door. So is there anybody that you would like to show appreciation for that has done some extra good shit for you during the pandemic?
Rona. I want
You
to
certifying Rona?
I want to thank Rona. No, you said, do I want to show some appreciation to? I showed some appreciation.
You want to shout out Rona?
I got me a few extra dollars. Thank you.
Okay.
But now, do I want to certify something? You motherfucking right. Now, I just told you when shit changed, right? I done paid attention to the motherfucking, what I said? The stock market. So listen, I had a friend of mine, right? I know, I'm going to use 2 minutes. I got a friend of mine, and I know she was, she kind of was getting into the stock market and everything. Now, I don't trust a whole lot of people. But she had vocalized that she was getting into it and she was learning some shit. So I hit her up. I was like, man, listen, about this stock market shit, what the fuck you use? Because I know people using apps and shit. So she gave me the name of the app, sent me a link, right? So I went on and did it. Right?
You did it?
Yeah, I went on and signed up and shit. But when you sign up, you got to put some money in. So I put some money in and I bought some stock. But what she didn't tell me was that this shit could be kind of addicting, and you would like take a bunch of your disposable shit and start buying stocks. But I did, and luckily enough, I she turned me on to this shit called Robinhood, right? And it's real funny.
Can you speak into the mic?
She turned me on to this app called Robinhood, right? And it's real funny because I've been seeing a whole lot of people talking about Robinhood, and get into the stock market, learn some shit, blah 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 blah. So I bought a few stocks. Now the thing about it, if you're a faint of heart, don't do it.
Because you got ups and downs.
All this shit will give you a motherfucking heart attack.
Right.
Like earlier today, I opened up my shit and it was green. I just opened my shit up now. What the fuck? That shit is fucking red.
Can I get half?
Can you get half?
Don't you hate when you show somebody that you got some money and they be like, can I get half? They be like, oh shit, I got a check for $12. Can I get half? That be my kid. Can I get half?
I'm gonna send it to you tomorrow.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some money.
So I mean,
You should have did your useless facts and did it on that.
well,
You fucking asshole.
I know.
Look,
Damn, I'm
I
sweating
call
like a
him.
stuck
I
motherfucking
call
pig.
him. We almost done. We got
Fuck.
4 minutes. I hit him up Sunday, and I'm literally like, was it Sunday? I don't know. Whatever day, one of these days. And I said, oh, what do you want to talk about? He's like, I don't give a fuck. And I'm like, I was like, well, I'm gonna switch the agenda up because we just gonna catch up. And since Candy won't be here, we might as well just flow about trying to catch up with the last 11 weeks. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, what's wrong? Okay. So I was like, you gonna do your useless facts? I don't fuck it. I don't want to do that shit. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I call him on a bad day and shit.
Hey, Slim.
He just didn't care. Like, I don't care. I'm like,
called
okay,
me-
fuck it. All right, fuck it. Bye.
And you know what's fucked up? I think I called you.
No, I called you because you kept posting in the chat, what's the topic? What's the topic? I said,
posted
what the
my
fuck
ass.
difference do it make? We ain't been there in 11 weeks.
Shit, hold on,
Who
man.
gives
I
a
gotta
fuck
get
what the
naked,
topic
man.
is?
You sure I
So
can't
last,
get
he cannot get naked. I can get naked. This
I can't
hold on, do it again.
You sure I can't get naked in this motherfucker? My air walls and shit.
Look, we gonna get him
Damn.
something to say Team Sunshine
Hold
on
on,
the
man. Hold
waistband. He fanning his penis.
Damn. Woo!
Don't suck that one, ladies. It's sweaty right
Oh,
now.
that right now,
You know,
that
let him
motherfucker
wash
salty
it
as
first.
shit.
Wash it salt.
So it's
He got
salty.
salty dick and salty nuts.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know personally. I'm just taking it from the fanning.
My whole
So,
ball sack is wet. Motherfucker's
Once
wet.
Drew calmed the fuck down,
Yeah.
last but not least, this weekend I am doing and people have been asking me about it. I'm doing a really, 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 really extra small bonfire tent gathering at Sunshine Aces LLC, and it's actually sold out. I have enough people already, and it only took a second to get that many people. So if you want to be at the next one, please make sure you're on the guest list. I'm not putting that out on Adult Conversation. And you might want to get your ticket because first come, first serve. And then August 22nd, that date will be changing. That's a tentative date, but it will be changing because there's a conflict that day for the we changed the Play Night Social swing into spring to the Back to Swing lifestyle event. So more to come. I got time. Don't message me now and ask me, is the party Saturday? No, it's not. Shit been postponed. So I'll let you know as soon as I can when we're coming back. You got anything, last thing, Drew? We got 2 minutes.
Hey man, listen. On a real note, the last thing I got for y'all is stay safe. Do whatever the fuck you have to do for your own comfort. You did what I'm saying? If going outside with no mask on is what you want to do, go ahead and fucking do it. You did what I'm saying? Just don't go and run up in people's faces talking to people. Just don't, you know what I mean?
So-
Don't go singing in people's faces. Stay your distance. Because it's like even now, you know, the shit fluctuates and changes from day to day. But like right now, as it stands, they saying, man, if you're going to be inside an establishment, have a mask on. They're not asking people to be